Have you ever noticed that sharing a bed with your partner doesn't feel quite the same as it used to? As the years pass, the things that once brought comfort can sometimes turn into sources of discomfort. Whether it's snoring, different sleep schedules, or simply needing more space, many couples find that their sleeping habits change over time. But here's the fascinating part. Sleeping separately doesn't mean the love is gone. In fact, it might just be the key to a deeper, healthier relationship. In this discussion, we're going to explore the surprising benefits of separate sleeping arrangements. After 50, you'll discover how a little nighttime distance can improve your sleep, boost your physical and mental health, and even strengthen your emotional bond in ways you might not expect. If you've been looking for ways to enhance your relationship while ensuring better rest, stay with me until the end. What you're about to hear might change the way you think about sleep and love. Before we begin, I'd appreciate it if you could like this video and support me in spreading valuable insights on aging gracefully. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so and turning on the notification bell so you never miss an update. And if you enjoyed this video, drop a 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 and let me know how I can improve. Now, let's dive in. There are countless reasons why couples start sleeping apart as they enter their later years, and they go far beyond just the logistics of sharing a bed. These changes often reflect deeper shifts in physical comfort, emotional needs, and relationship dynamics. I was reminded of this during a recent gathering to celebrate a couple's 50th wedding anniversary. It was a heartwarming event filled with stories of love, laughter, and the journey of growing old together. As I observed the guests, many of whom had spent decades alongside their partners, I noticed a common theme in their conversations. They spoke candidly about the changes aging had brought to their relationships, and one particular discussion stood out to me. I found myself chatting with an elderly gentleman, and out of curiosity, I asked him if he still shared a bed with his wife. Without hesitation, he chuckled and said, "No, we've been sleeping separately for quite some time." I asked him why, and his response was both humorous and poignant. "She says I smell like whiskey," he admitted with a smile. It was such a simple statement, but the emotion behind it spoke volumes. The physical changes we experience as we age, even minor things like body scent temperature differences or snoring, can impact intimacy in ways we don't often think about. As our conversation continued, another man chimed in. "My wife goes to bed early, and she hates having the TV on. I like to watch my football games late at night, and she can't stand the noise or the bright light." He spoke as if it were a minor inconvenience, but the underlying reality was clear. As couples age, the need for individualized comfort becomes more apparent. Throughout the evening, more stories surfaced. One woman shared, "We started sleeping apart after I retired. Before, I didn't mind sharing a bed with him, but now he stays up late, comes home smelling like alcohol, and snores like a freight train. I just can't get a good night's sleep that way." Another woman laughed as she told me, "My husband sneaks into bed late at night, and his cold feet wake me up every single time. I love him, but I also love my sleep." When we're younger, sharing a bed is often tied to the idea of intimacy and connection. It's a symbol of togetherness, a sign of love and partnership. Even as the passionate spark dims, the comfort of having a loved one nearby can be reassuring. But as we age, our needs shift. Physical closeness may no longer hold the same importance, and instead, a good night's rest takes priority. One gentleman humorously remarked, "When you have kids, you lose your wife. When you have grandkids, you lose her even more." He wasn't bitter, just acknowledging a reality that many couples face. As life evolves, so do the roles within a relationship. Women often find themselves deeply engaged in caring for children and grandchildren, while men may feel increasingly sidelined. The home, once a place of shared intimacy, can start to feel like two separate worlds under the same roof. Yet, not all couples choose complete separation. One elderly couple I know found a clever way to maintain their closeness while ensuring a good night's sleep. They placed two single beds side by side, creating a small gap between them. This setup allowed them to remain in the same room while enjoying the space and comfort they needed. The husband even started using headphones while watching TV to avoid disturbing his wife. His wife explained their arrangement with a gentle smile. As we get older, our bodies ache more. There's a risk of strokes, and we have different health concerns. Sleeping this way isn't about distancing ourselves. It's about taking care of each other. It was a simple yet profound realization. Sleeping apart doesn't necessarily mean emotional distance. In many cases, it actually fosters a stronger bond. By allowing each other the comfort and rest they need, couples can show love and respect in a new way. For many, adjusting to this change requires a shift in perspective. Rather than seeing separate sleeping arrangements as a sign of fading love, it can be viewed as an act of care, a way to ensure both partners wake up refreshed and ready to enjoy their time together during the day. After all, quality time together isn't just about the moment spent lying side by side at night. It's about how you feel and connect with each other throughout the day. If you and your partner have been struggling with sleep disturbances, consider discussing alternative sleeping arrangements openly. Communication is key. Whether it's separate beds in the same room, different rooms altogether, or small compromises like using sleep aids or noise-canceling devices, finding what works best for both of you can make a world of difference. So the next time you or your partner hesitate about the idea of separate sleeping spaces, remember, it's not about growing apart. It's about adapting to each other's needs in a way that nurtures love, health, and happiness. Prioritizing rest might just be the accurate ingredient to a stronger, more fulfilling relationship in your golden years. As the years go by, relationships evolve, adapting to the changing needs and circumstances of both partners. One such adaptation that often comes with age is the realization that sharing a bed is not necessarily the defining factor of a strong and loving relationship. Instead, emotional closeness and deep understanding take precedence over the physical act of sleeping beside one another. For many couples, choosing to sleep separately does not reflect a loss of affection, but rather an adjustment that enhances their overall well-being while preserving the bond they share. In the later years of life, our bodies undergo numerous transformations. Sleep patterns shift, comfort levels change, and health conditions become more prominent. As a result, what once seemed like a fundamental aspect of a relationship, sharing a bed, can start to feel less essential. For some, it even becomes a challenge. Sleep disruptions caused by snoring, restlessness, or medical conditions can lead to frustration, exhaustion, and even unspoken tension between partners. In such cases, the decision to sleep separately is often driven by the wisdom that comes with years of experience and a deep understanding of one another's needs. This shift in perspective is not about distancing oneself from a partner, but rather about fostering a healthier and more sustainable dynamic. Sleeping apart can serve as an opportunity to prioritize individual rest and well-being while still nurturing the emotional intimacy that holds a relationship together. It is a recognition that love is not confined to traditional expectations, and that true connection can flourish even when adjustments are made to accommodate changing needs. For many, choosing to sleep in separate beds or rooms leads to an improvement in overall health and happiness. The benefits extend beyond simply achieving a restful night's sleep. It allows individuals to reclaim their personal space, ensuring they wake up feeling refreshed rather than drained. Over time, this newfound sense of well-being enhances the relationship, creating a more harmonious and appreciative dynamic between partners. There are countless reasons why sleep disturbances occur in later years, from chronic conditions like sleep apnea and restless leg syndrome to something as common as snoring. These issues can significantly impact sleep quality. For those struggling with insomnia or anxiety, even the presence of another person in bed can make it difficult to find rest. The tossing and turning, the sounds of movement, or even mismatched sleep schedules can gradually wear down both individuals, leading to increased stress and irritability. A woman I spoke to shared her experience of struggling with her husband's loud snoring and frequent movement at night. For years, she endured sleepless nights, feeling perpetually fatigued and unable to concentrate during the day. It wasn't until they decided to sleep in separate rooms that she realized just how much of a toll it had taken on her. Once she began getting uninterrupted sleep, her energy levels improved, her mood brightened, and her ability to enjoy her time with her husband increased. This decision didn't create distance between them. Rather, it strengthened their appreciation for each other by allowing them both to be well rested and present in their relationship. The notion that sleeping apart weakens a relationship is an outdated one. In reality, it can have the opposite effect. By acknowledging personal needs and making thoughtful adjustments, couples reinforce their mutual care and respect. Love is not about rigidly adhering to past expectations. It is about evolving together in ways that nurture both the individual and the partnership. This idea extends beyond mere physical comfort. Emotional intimacy does not require constant proximity. In fact, recognizing and respecting each other's needs can deepen the connection between partners. By making the choice to prioritize sleep and well-being, couples often find that their interactions during waking hours become more meaningful. There is more patience, more understanding, and a greater ability to enjoy each other's company without the underlying fatigue that poor sleep can bring. Moreover, sleep quality plays a crucial role in overall health. As we age, maintaining good health becomes a priority, and a significant aspect of that is ensuring the body gets enough rest. Poor sleep is linked to a variety of health issues, including increased stress, weakened immunity, and even a higher risk of chronic conditions such as heart disease. By addressing sleep challenges proactively, couples are not just improving their nights, but also setting the foundation for a healthier, more vibrant future together. For some, the idea of separate sleeping arrangements might take time to accept. After all, societal norms and long-held beliefs suggest that sharing a bed is an essential part of a committed relationship. However, breaking free from these expectations can be incredibly liberating. It allows couples to redefine what works best for them rather than adhering to an arbitrary standard. This shift in thinking is an affirmation that a relationship's strength is built on understanding, adaptability, and genuine care, rather than mere proximity at night. It is also important to note that sleeping apart does not mean a loss of intimacy. In fact, for many couples, it enhances it. When both individuals are well rested and free from sleep-related frustrations, they have more energy to engage in meaningful conversations, enjoy shared activities, and express affection in ways that truly matter. Love and closeness are not dictated by the number of hours spent in the same bed, but by the quality of time spent together, awake and engaged with one another. Through life's many changes, relationships continue to grow and evolve. The ability to embrace these changes with openness and mutual respect is what ultimately strengthens a partnership. As people age, they learn to appreciate the nuances of companionship, recognizing that true connection is about more than just physical presence. It is about being attuned to each other's needs, supporting one another's well-being, and making choices that nurture both individuals and the bond they share. For couples who find that their sleep habits are creating stress rather than comfort, exploring the option of separate sleeping arrangements can be a game changer. It is not a sign of drifting apart, but rather a testament to the maturity of a relationship that values both togetherness and personal well-being. It is a shift that allows love to flourish in new and unexpected ways, proving that connection is not bound by tradition, but rather by the choices we make to support one another in the best way possible. Ultimately, the journey of love and companionship is one of adaptation and growth. Whether sharing a bed or sleeping separately, what truly matters is the understanding, respect, and care that underpin the relationship. Love is not measured by where we sleep, but by how we show up for each other every day, ensuring that both partners feel valued, supported, and deeply connected, no matter where the night takes them. As we journey through life, aging brings with it inevitable changes that affect various aspects of our well-being, including the way we sleep. Our bodies undergo transformations that can disrupt our sleep cycle, making it more difficult to get the rest we need. Issues like snoring, restless legs, and discomfort from even the simplest movements become more frequent. These disturbances are not just minor inconveniences. They have profound effects on our overall health and emotional stability. The consequences of inadequate sleep extend far beyond mere tiredness. Sleep deprivation impacts the immune system, diminishes cognitive function, and disrupts emotional regulation. When sleep is consistently poor, it doesn't only take a toll on an individual, it also affects their loved ones, particularly their partner. The frustration, irritability, and stress that result from sleepless nights can lead to unnecessary tension in relationships, making it difficult to maintain a sense of connection and harmony. Long-term sleep disturbances have been linked to serious health concerns. A weakened immune system, impaired memory, mood fluctuations, and increased vulnerability to chronic illnesses are well-documented effects. Sleep deprivation is not simply about feeling exhausted. It gradually chips away at our physical and mental well-being, making everyday life increasingly difficult. When one person in a relationship struggles with poor sleep, both partners suffer. They wake up tired, disengaged, and drained, leading to a cycle of frustration that can strain even the strongest relationships. One practical yet often overlooked solution is the decision to sleep separately. While some may view this as an extreme or unconventional choice, it can be a game changer for those struggling with sleep-related issues. Sleeping apart is not about emotional distance. Rather, it is about prioritizing individual well-being so that the relationship itself can thrive. Taking the step to sleep separately allows both partners to rest, recharge, and restore their health, ultimately fostering a stronger and more connected relationship when they are awake. Consider the experience of a woman who spent years struggling with sleepless nights due to her husband's loud snoring. Despite his efforts to minimize the disturbance, the problem persisted, leaving her constantly exhausted and emotionally drained. Finally, they decided to try sleeping in separate rooms. Almost immediately, she noticed a dramatic improvement in her quality of life. She was able to sleep soundly through the night and woke up feeling refreshed, energized, and more engaged in her daily activities. This seemingly small change not only transformed her sleep but also significantly improved their relationship. Without the ongoing tension caused by sleepless nights, they were able to communicate better, connect more deeply, and enjoy each other's company without frustration. This example highlights a crucial point. Choosing to sleep separately is not a sign of a failing relationship, but rather a conscious decision to nurture and protect both partners' well-being. When both individuals get the sleep they need, they can approach each day with greater patience, energy, and emotional balance. Prioritizing rest and self-care does not weaken a relationship. It strengthens it by ensuring that each person is functioning at their best. Sleep plays a vital role in our overall health, and as we age, its importance only grows. Without adequate rest, our physical and mental faculties begin to decline in ways we may not even recognize at first. Chronic sleep deprivation doesn't just lead to grogginess the next day. Over time, it increases the risk of serious health issues such as heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. The immune system weakens, making the body more susceptible to infections and illnesses. Cognitive abilities suffer, affecting memory, concentration, and decision-making skills. These long-term consequences underscore the importance of prioritizing quality sleep at every stage of life. Beyond physical health, the emotional impact of poor sleep is equally significant. When we don't get enough rest, we become irritable, stressed, and emotionally exhausted. This can take a toll on our relationships, as tiredness often leads to unnecessary arguments, increased tension, and diminished emotional intimacy. For couples, sleep disturbances can create a complicated dynamic where both partners suffer. When one person struggles to sleep due to snoring, tossing and turning, or frequent awakenings, the other is inevitably affected as well. This cycle of disrupted sleep can create frustration and resentment, making it difficult to maintain a harmonious relationship. A good night's sleep should be a source of rejuvenation, but for many couples, sharing a bed becomes a challenge instead of a comfort. The constant interruptions, restlessness, and inability to fall back asleep can lead to ongoing stress and emotional strain. Over time, this can cause unnecessary friction, making it harder for partners to connect in meaningful ways. One may feel that their own sleep needs are being overlooked, while the other might feel guilty for causing the disturbance, but unable to control the issue. This dynamic can gradually erode the peace and understanding in the relationship. For couples facing these struggles, sleeping apart can be an unexpectedly beneficial solution. Though it may go against traditional expectations, it provides a simple and effective way to ensure that both partners get the rest they need. Having separate sleeping arrangements allows each person to experience uninterrupted sleep, free from disturbances caused by snoring, movement, or differing sleep schedules. The result is a healthier, happier, and more well-rested partnership. When sleep is prioritized, the benefits ripple outward. Both individuals wake up feeling refreshed, alert, and emotionally balanced. This newfound energy and clarity contribute to better communication, more patience, and a stronger sense of connection. Instead of starting the day feeling frustrated and exhausted, couples can greet each other with renewed warmth and appreciation. By recognizing the value of sleep and making thoughtful choices to protect it, relationships can flourish in unexpected ways. Take the story of another couple who, after years of struggling with sleep disruptions, decided to try sleeping in separate rooms. At first, they were hesitant, worrying that it might create emotional distance. However, the results spoke for themselves. Each morning, they found themselves in better moods, more engaged in conversation, and more affectionate toward one another. The resentment that had built up from years of disrupted sleep slowly faded, replaced by a deeper understanding and respect for each other's needs. Ultimately, making the decision to sleep separately is not about creating distance. It's about finding a healthier way to be together. It's a testament to the importance of self-care within a relationship and a recognition that prioritizing sleep is essential for overall well-being. Choosing to rest well is not a rejection of closeness. Rather, it is an investment in a stronger, more resilient partnership. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, comment with the number 2 below to let me know you're here with me. Your time and attention are truly appreciated. Sleep, after all, is far more than just a nightly routine. It is the foundation of our health, happiness, and relationships. When we take the steps necessary to ensure quality sleep, we are not only improving our own well-being, but also nurturing the bonds that matter most in our lives. She often found herself lying awake at night, feeling restless and frustrated, unable to relax as his snoring filled the room. No matter how much she tried to adjust or drown out the noise, it became a nightly struggle that left her feeling tense and irritable. The lack of consistent rest took a severe toll on her well-being, leaving her perpetually exhausted, emotionally drained, and unable to concentrate on her daily responsibilities. Eventually, they decided to explore the idea of sleeping in separate rooms, hoping it would bring some relief. Almost immediately, the change made a world of difference. She was finally able to sleep through the night without interruptions, waking up feeling truly rested and recharged for the first time in years. Not only did her energy levels improve, but she also noticed a newfound sense of clarity and emotional stability. Surprisingly, this shift didn't just improve her sleep, it transformed their relationship. Without the constant frustration caused by disrupted nights, they were able to reconnect in ways they hadn't in a long time. The emotional exhaustion that had been weighing on them disappeared, and they found themselves more present and engaged with one another during the day. With their patience restored, their conversations became more meaningful, and their bond grew stronger. This experience is not uncommon. Many couples have discovered that sleeping separately actually strengthens their relationship. It allows each person to prioritize their individual rest while still maintaining a deep emotional connection. For those who have spent years sharing a bed, the idea of sleeping apart may seem unconventional, but for many, it proves to be a simple yet transformative solution. Rather than a sign of growing apart, this choice can be a step toward growing together in a healthier, more balanced way. It recognizes that restful sleep is a fundamental need, and that by prioritizing personal well-being, couples can create a more nurturing and supportive relationship dynamic. Embracing this perspective allows partners to care for themselves without guilt, understanding that prioritizing health doesn't mean sacrificing love or intimacy. Instead, it can be the key to preserving the relationship in a way that benefits both individuals. Choosing to sleep separately can be an act of mutual care, ensuring that both partners have the space they need to rest, recharge, and bring their best selves into the relationship. Quality sleep is essential for overall well-being, and its impact on mental health cannot be overstated. When well rested, individuals can better manage stress, regulate emotions, and maintain a positive outlook on life. It improves cognitive function, enhances focus, and supports clear decision-making, all of which contribute to a harmonious relationship. For older adults, the mental health benefits of sufficient sleep are even more significant. Restful sleep helps alleviate feelings of isolation, loneliness, and depression that sometimes accompany aging. It fosters emotional resilience, making it easier to navigate life's challenges with clarity and patience. When both partners receive the rest they need, they are more likely to approach each day with a renewed sense of energy and emotional stability. Beyond mental health, the physical benefits of a good night's sleep are equally profound. Sleep is a vital period of healing and restoration for the body, aiding in tissue repair, immune function, and cardiovascular health. It plays a crucial role in regulating metabolism and ensuring overall bodily function. For those managing chronic pain or inflammation, quality sleep provides necessary recovery time, improving overall comfort and quality of life. As people age, their sleep needs become even more critical. Older adults often face health conditions that require consistent, high-quality rest for optimal management. For couples in long-term relationships, sleeping separately can be a practical and beneficial solution that allows both partners to maintain their health and vitality. This decision doesn't reflect a lack of love, but rather a commitment to long-term well-being. By ensuring that each person gets the rest they need, couples can enhance their ability to support and care for one another. From diminishing emotional closeness, this arrangement can actually strengthen it. When individuals are physically and mentally well rested, they can be more present, patient, and affectionate with their partner. The quality of a relationship is not solely defined by the act of sharing a bed, but by the care, respect, and understanding that partners offer each other daily. This evolving perspective on relationships acknowledges that love is not about rigid traditions, but about adapting to the needs of each individual in a way that nurtures the partnership as a whole. Prioritizing sleep is not a sign of emotional distance, but an investment in both personal health and the longevity of the relationship. It demonstrates an awareness that the best way to support one another is by ensuring that each person has the space and rest they require. This approach is particularly relevant as relationships mature. Over time, couples naturally develop unique habits and preferences. One partner may enjoy a quiet night of reading, while the other prefers watching television before bed. These differences, while seemingly small, can lead to frustration if not addressed. What once felt like a natural, comforting experience, sharing a bed, can gradually become a source of stress if one partner's habits disrupt the other's sleep. For many older couples, the recognition of personal space and individual needs becomes increasingly important. After decades of focusing on family work and caregiving responsibilities, there comes a point where personal well-being takes priority. This shift doesn't diminish love. Rather, it reflects a deeper understanding of the value of self-care and the importance of preserving energy for meaningful interactions during waking hours. By choosing to sleep separately, couples can honor their individual needs while still cherishing the connection they share. This decision is not about withdrawing from one another, but about ensuring that both partners are at their best, physically, emotionally, and mentally. It acknowledges that rest is a fundamental aspect of well-being, and that nurturing oneself ultimately contributes to a stronger, more fulfilling relationship. As relationships evolve, so do the ways in which partners express care and commitment. Sleeping apart, when needed, can be a thoughtful and loving choice, one that fosters a sense of balance, enhances emotional connection, and ensures that both individuals continue to thrive together. It is a reminder that true partnership is about adaptation, understanding, and making choices that prioritize mutual well-being. In embracing these shifts, couples can cultivate a relationship that remains strong, supportive, and deeply fulfilling for years to come. As we age, we become more sensitive to the small details that influence our comfort and peace of mind. Minor disturbances that once seemed insignificant can start to feel more pronounced, creating unnecessary friction in our daily lives. For instance, one partner might enjoy staying up late to watch a favorite sports game, while the other prefers to sleep early. Or perhaps one person enjoys a late-night snack or a glass of wine, while the other is particularly sensitive to scents or sounds. These small differences, once easy to overlook, can gradually become sources of frustration. One simple yet effective way to maintain harmony in a relationship is by embracing the idea of sleeping apart. This does not mean emotional distance or a lack of connection. Rather, it offers a practical solution to differing habits and preferences. By choosing to have separate sleeping spaces, each partner gains the freedom to unwind in their own way, whether it's watching television, reading with the light on, or simply enjoying some quiet solitude. This arrangement allows both individuals to prioritize their comfort without disrupting the other's rest. Creating personal space within a relationship fosters independence while preserving intimacy. It provides an opportunity for both partners to recharge mentally and physically, which can, in turn, enhance their connection. In many cases, sleeping apart can lead to a more balanced, fulfilling partnership, where both individuals feel valued and respected for their unique needs. This small shift can lead to a more peaceful coexistence and even strengthen the emotional bond between two people. One woman I spoke with shared how this approach transformed her relationship. For years, she and her husband shared a bed, but as time passed, they noticed their evening routines no longer aligned. She cherished winding down with a cup of tea and a book, finding solace in the stillness of the night. Her husband, on the other hand, preferred watching the news or listening to music as a way to relax. At first, they tried to compromise. She would tolerate the background noise, and he would lower the volume. But these adjustments only led to growing frustration. She found herself annoyed by the flickering screen and the constant channel switching, while he became increasingly irritated by her frequent requests to turn the volume down. Over time, these minor inconveniences built up, creating tension between them. Eventually, they decided to experiment with separate sleeping arrangements. The result was unexpected, yet deeply rewarding. Instead of creating emotional distance, this new setup brought them closer. She could finally unwind in her own way, and he could enjoy his routines without feeling restricted. When they reunited in the morning, they were both well rested, refreshed, and more connected than they had been in years. This experience highlights a fundamental truth about relationships. Personal space is not about growing apart, but about maintaining a sense of self within a shared life. When two people have spent decades together, nurturing their individual needs can bring newfound appreciation and respect for each other. The freedom to honor one's own rhythms and routines fosters a healthier dynamic, reducing stress and increasing overall contentment. Many people, particularly when they are younger, may feel guilty about needing personal space, as if it signals a lack of commitment or affection. However, as we age, we come to realize that the opposite is true. Seeking personal time is not about rejecting a partner. It's about ensuring that both individuals can be fully present in the relationship. This time apart allows for self-reflection, relaxation, and a deeper understanding of one's own needs, which ultimately strengthens the bond between two people. Sleeping apart, then, is not a sign of neglect, but an act of self-care, both for oneself and for the relationship. It helps alleviate the stress of disrupted sleep, restless nights, and conflicting routines. More importantly, it enables couples to approach one another with renewed energy, patience, and love. By making room for personal well-being, couples create an environment where emotional intimacy can flourish. As we grow older, our relationships evolve in ways we might not have anticipated. The passionate intensity of youth may fade, but that does not mean the need for companionship diminishes. In fact, as we enter the later stages of life, the need for emotional connection becomes more profound. Sleeping apart can serve as a valuable tool in sustaining this connection. Contrary to the common belief that separate sleeping arrangements indicate trouble in a relationship, many couples find that it enhances their emotional dynamic. Over time, partners naturally develop different sleep patterns, preferences, and energy levels. Recognizing and respecting these differences, rather than forcing them into a single mold, can be incredibly beneficial. For example, some people struggle with a partner's snoring, restlessness, or even body heat, which can make sleeping together uncomfortable. Instead of allowing these issues to build resentment, a simple solution is to create separate sleeping spaces. This does not mean sacrificing intimacy. Rather, it acknowledges the importance of prioritizing well-being. Many couples who choose to sleep apart report a deeper emotional connection as a result. By eliminating common sources of frustration, such as disrupted sleep or feeling cramped, partners can approach each other with a renewed sense of warmth and understanding. They no longer associate bedtime with potential conflict, but instead view it as an opportunity to rest well and reconnect in the morning with a fresh perspective. While traditional notions of love and commitment may emphasize constant togetherness, real companionship is built on mutual respect, understanding, and the ability to honor one another's needs. Giving each other space does not diminish the love between two people. Rather, it provides an opportunity for the relationship to thrive in a way that supports both individuals' well-being. So, if you find yourself struggling with nighttime habits that don't align with your partner's, consider trying a new approach. It may seem like a small change, but it has the potential to bring greater harmony and balance to your relationship. And in the end, isn't that what truly matters? During the day or evening, couples should feel a sense of calm and renewed appreciation for each other rather than the exhaustion or irritability that can follow a restless night. One of the most profound realizations that comes with age is understanding that love doesn't need to remain the same. The passionate nights of youth, the constant need for physical proximity, these may no longer be essential to maintaining a deep, loving bond. Instead, intimacy evolves into something more profound, expressed in quiet, thoughtful ways that nurture a lasting connection. For many couples, sleeping apart has actually strengthened their relationships rather than weakened them. A woman once told me how choosing to sleep separately with her husband gave them both the space they needed, yet it never lessened their love. Instead, it made them appreciate the time they spent together more and reinforced the importance of respecting each other's individual needs. This shift in perspective, understanding that love doesn't have to look the same at every stage of life, is one of the most beautiful insights that comes with age. Far from diminishing a relationship, sleeping separately can enhance it by offering partners the opportunity to explore new dimensions of emotional closeness. It encourages deeper communication, a greater sense of appreciation, and a newfound understanding of each other's rhythms. Emotional closeness, after all, isn't solely dependent on physical presence. It is built through mutual respect, understanding, and an intentional effort to nurture the bond. However, this arrangement doesn't come without its challenges. Choosing to sleep apart requires careful thought and open discussion because, if not handled well, it can lead to feelings of emotional distance. Without clear communication, one partner might start feeling neglected or misunderstood. Sharing a bed naturally creates spontaneous moments of affection and comfort. Without that proximity, some may find it harder to maintain emotional warmth, especially during vulnerable moments. For instance, if one partner is facing a health issue, emotional stress, or simply the worries that come with aging, the absence of physical closeness can make it difficult to offer comfort in the way they once did. During the night, when unexpected moments of distress arise, a bad dream, sudden anxiety, or even feeling unwell, not having a partner nearby to offer immediate reassurance might feel unsettling. In some cases, this physical separation can unintentionally create an emotional gap, making it essential for couples to be proactive in maintaining their connection. If you're still with me and finding these insights valuable, drop a comment below with the number 4. It lets me know you're engaged and still watching. Your time is precious, and I truly appreciate you spending it here with me. To make sleeping apart work without losing emotional intimacy, couples need to consciously foster connection. Open and honest discussions about why this arrangement benefits both individuals can prevent misunderstandings from creeping in. Transparency and reassurance are key. By actively communicating about each other's needs, couples ensure that physical separation doesn't lead to emotional isolation. Some couples establish simple, meaningful routines that help maintain closeness even when they sleep in separate rooms. This could be a quiet moment of conversation before bed, a morning ritual of enjoying tea or coffee together, or setting aside quality time during the day for deep, undistracted discussions. These small yet intentional gestures go a long way in keeping the emotional connection alive. Love, after all, isn't just about sharing a bed. It's about sharing a life. What makes this choice so empowering is that it allows couples to redefine intimacy on their own terms. Sleeping apart doesn't mean love is fading or that the relationship is weakening. Instead, it reflects a natural evolution in how affection is expressed. As couples grow older, their needs change, both physically and emotionally. Intimacy at this stage of life is less about constant physical closeness and more about deep understanding, compassion, and respect for each other's individuality. By creating space for personal comfort and independence, couples actually strengthen their emotional connection. They foster an environment where both partners feel seen, heard, and valued. When love is based on mutual understanding rather than rigid expectations, it grows richer and more meaningful over time. Ultimately, the decision to sleep apart is deeply personal. What matters most is that both partners approach it with honesty, respect, and a willingness to adapt. Love, doesn't have to look the same as it did in younger years. It can transform into something even more profound. Rather than being a sign of distance, choosing separate sleeping arrangements can be a testament to a couple's ability to evolve together, embracing the changes that life brings while maintaining a deep, unwavering bond. This journey is about finding what works best for your unique relationship. By prioritizing open communication and emotional presence, couples can navigate these changes in a way that strengthens their connection rather than weakens it. When viewed through this lens, sleeping apart isn't an end. It's an opportunity for love to mature, adapt, and thrive in new ways. So, what have you taken away from this discussion? Has it given you a fresh perspective on intimacy and self-care in later life? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let me know what resonated most with you. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support means the world to me, and it helps me continue bringing you valuable content that truly matters. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.